Wow, 25, we are on fire. It is the middle of January. We have just wrapped up the Thrive in 25 event. Guys, it was a power-packed day. I'm still living on the feelings of it. I'm still living on the energy of it. It was an all-day-long event. It was a women's event, and it was powerful. So for all those of you that attended, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you for your time. Your greatest asset is time. So I appreciate so much you allowing us to have access to that time for an entire day. It was power packed. So as we head into 2025, I've got some takeaways that I think that apply to all of our lives. And this is what I found at that day at the event. What I found was that there's so many women that fulfill so many roles in so many people's worlds. Their mom, their wife, they're maybe a grandma, they're a sister, they're a boss, they're an owner, they're a doctor, they fill so many capacities, right? And we're so capable. But there's nothing like coming together in support of one another, in like-mindedness. Because we had about 300 women there, and it felt like 300 women that were all could have been besties. Like the atmosphere was vibrant, it had so much energy to it. And it was literally just like the like-mindedness of the group was super powerful. Everyone wanted growth, forward movement, and it was a massive infusion of hope. This is what I believe, that when you look at someone that you may respect or think like, man, I wish I could do what they do, but you belittle yourself or you start to think of all the reasons you can't do it. When you hear their story of overcoming, it gives you the ability to have a borrowed belief and say, oh, wow, they've gone through that and overcome. If they can do that, I can do that too. And so the Thrive event really was all about an infusion of hope, an infusion of strategy. It was a relationship connector to build a movement with women supporting women at their highest level, cheering them on. Guys, it was a gift. It's a gift to sit in a room with women that think the same, that want good for other people, that want to see women thrive and be all that they're supposed to be on this earth, want that for themselves, and they want it for others. It was amazing when you mix vulnerability into a mix. It's not just a rah day. Like, let's get down in the dirt. Let's get in the trenches, because that's where life happens. Life happens in the trenches. In fact, I just released a new devotional called You Win. And I'm extremely excited about that devotional because it is full of truth from the trenches, so to speak. They're my truths. They're scriptures that the Lord has given me. They're principles that He's given me that I've built a business on and built a life on and built relationship on. And they've been highly infused by a dear friend of mine who is, 96 years old and was a pastor. And she was a trailblazer on her own rights, 17 books, 3 continents. In the 1970s, launched the first TV ministry, like very super impactful, right? So honored to have been able to sit the last few years with her. And I decided to do something with those notes that I had from her and those downloads that I've gotten from her. And so my book, my daily devotional called You Win, is full of life-giving principles. And so I hope you'll hop on my yourmore.com site and buy that. So, but going back to it, this is what I discovered this weekend. And what I shared multiple times is that you're more powerful than you think. You're more gifted and you're more well able. But here's the truth of all of it. No one is coming to save you. No one is going to push the button on your dreams. No one's going to drag you out of bed to go walk. No one's going to drag you out of bed to go run. They're not going to hold your feet to the fire every day. They may do it for a little bit, but they're not going to hold your feet to the fire. If it's going to be up to you. I always say this, if it's going to be up to me. I don't really mean that like it's just the world's on my back, because I know this. If you want to go fast, you go alone. If you want to go far, you go with people. But I'm saying if you want to fulfill dreams and purpose in your life, 2025 needs to be a year of action. Action, 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 action. I was recently talking and I'm like, you know what? God goes with goers. Like, He goes with goers, people that are doers. Put something out there. Like, you're never going to experience the trueness of life sitting on the sidelines. You have to put your toe in the water. You have to step out and do the thing. No one is going to come say, oh my gosh, you're so gifted and so talented. Like literally, let's make it happen for you. They're not going to do that. Guys, when I decided that no one was coming to save me, it's been a game changer for me. Not that I thought, oh, anyone's going to do that, but I always thought, well, someone will give me an opportunity. At some point in time, if they see that I'm skilled enough or if I'm gifted enough or I've achieved enough, whatever that enough would be, that they would open up an opportunity for me. And what I really realized is, no, you got to go make the opportunity. So here's the thing. I'm going to be really honest with you. I've spoken at many, many real estate conferences, and I'm thankful for those opportunities. I love those opportunities. But I've always wanted to speak at a women's conference, and I always wanted it to be kind of a combination of business, marketplace, and church. Like I kind of wanted the combo effect because I operate in both realms. Like I'm highly involved in church and in my relationship with the Lord. But, I love the business world too. And I have got strong relationships in the business world. And I love that. And I wanted to meld the two together. And I just hadn't really seen that kind of an event happen. So because I wasn't getting invited to speak on those platforms, I wasn't being invited to speak either at a women's church event or at, I just wasn't getting into those spaces. So really, I decided to create my own. And I'm glad I did. I'm glad I did because I was able to bring the vision that I have had of merging my work life and my God life into one place because they fuel each other. They're not separate. They fuel each other. One fuels the other. I've built my entire business and my entire life on principles of faith, being led and guided by the Spirit on the inside of me. Like I've built so much from just that. It's been my gym, so to speak, my faith gym. My life has been my faith gym. And it's not been for a lack of challenge. There's definitely been challenge. But I know that ultimately God is going to work all things for my good. He's going to cause me to win. And I say win, and I say, Amy, why did you create a book called You Win? Because I think it's important that you know that no matter what you go through, if you don't quit, you win. If you don't quit, you will come out on the other side. Storms do run out of rain. They will run out of rain, or you'll outrun them. Like you will win if you just don't quit. So when you combine the fact of, hey, no one's coming to save me. They're not going to come pull my butt out of bed to improve my health. They're not going to change my eating habits. Like it's going to be, I'm going to have to make the step and I'm going to have to really invest in myself. I always say the only promise of a better future is to develop yourself. Do the thing yourself. You cannot wait and sit on the sidelines and let life happen and think, well, maybe next year I'll be good enough. Someone will ask me. Maybe next year there'll be an event that'll happen that someone might see. Oh, Amy, you might be good to speak at it. Guys, I kind of was thinking that in this realm, not in real estate. I've done that a lot and I love it. But I really wanted to be in this space for women. And I was just not seeing the opportunities happen. So with that, I put my foot out there. Here's the thing, guys. When you take the action step and you put yourself out there, guess what you experience? You get to know yourself in a whole different level. You might think, oh, I've got this, until someone doesn't return your call. Oh, I've got this. People are going to love this, till it's crickets when you reach out to them. Oh, I've got this, till you're like looking at everything going, do I have this? Do I have the right people? Do I have the right setup? Do I have the right vision for this? And you question yourself and you analyze it. Guys, I'm thrilled that this event was over. I'm thrilled that I believe that I'm marking it a success. I'm stamping it as success because I believe lives were impacted and lives were touched. But guess what? I went through the gauntlet the last 6 weeks, and it's a gauntlet that no one knows unless they've walked through it. And it's a gauntlet that you will experience when you put yourself out there or you attempt to do something new. And although I had done it last year, guys, here's the thing. When you press out again in a different space and you do it again, and maybe some of the people that came last year didn't come this year, and maybe they didn't respond, and like all those things, maybe they have a lot going on in their life. Maybe their kids had sports, maybe whatever. It doesn't matter. You're going to meet yourself when you step out. You will come head to head, face to face with yourself when you put yourself out there. You'll come head to head and face to face with all the voices. You might feel embarrassed. You might be like, what the heck? People are going to be laughing at me. What if it fails? What if I bomb it? What if the whole thing falls apart? What if I do all this and then we have a massive blizzard and it all gets canceled? Like, guys, there's all these things that hit you when you're putting yourself out there. So I did an event. Maybe you're going to publish a book. Maybe you're going to publish a song. Maybe you're going to start a business and you put yourself out there. I'm telling you, every fear that you have, every insecurity that you have will come to the forefront and you will have to wrestle them. I call those things the border guards. They're border guards on your life to keep you from living the same life over and over and over. I say this to myself often. I didn't choose the merry-go-round life. I didn't choose the round and around and around. Everything looks the same. Nothing changes. It's all pretty consistent year after year. My kids might grow, but that's about it. We'll do the same things. No, I chose the roller coaster. I chose the highs and the lows. I specifically picked something that had risk to it because I didn't want the merry-go-round. That was not for me. I wanted the life of, let me just see what I can accomplish. Let me see what I can do. But when the rubber meets the road, you're going to run smack into your insecurities, smack into your fears, and smack into thought patterns that are trying to keep you small. I hope this helps somebody, just knowing that this is a natural course. This is what everyone's going to have to deal with. Some things affect other people more than others. Some statements from people have no impact. People always say, yeah, I don't really care what people think. Yeah, I don't have that problem. I don't care what people think. That is a bunch of BS. I do not believe them for 1 minute. I actually think they care more. They won't even let their guard down enough to let anyone know that they care. Like, I just don't believe it. We all have basic needs. We want to be loved. We want to be accepted. We want to know that our life counts and that we make impact. We all want to know that on some varying degree. Others, more than some. But when you get out there and you're doing those things, you are going to run into thoughts and voices that are going to try to keep you the same. The reason most people don't ever expand their life is because it requires them. Like, let's say this, like I became skillful in real estate to the point that like walking through real estate and selling real estate is like natural breathing and living to me. It doesn't require a ton of thought. I know how to do it. I know strategy. I know how to do it. But to step into the lane of, like, let's just say podcasting or book writing or hosting an event. I've hosted real estate events, but real estate events don't put you out in a personal space. Like, I know we can put things on, they can look excellent, but this is a different environment. You have to step into a different lane. And here's the thing, you always start as a beginner. That is why most people never change course or they never add to their course. It's because it's hard. You have to start at the bottom. You have to start as the beginner learning. And once you've already accomplished something, you got to put your ego in check because you're going to start as a beginner and a newbie. And you're going to have to ask questions of people. You're going to have to depend on people. You're going to have to get vulnerable with people. Like, I don't know what I'm doing. Can you help me? And most people get so set in the fact that they get locked in their lifestyle, locked into their career. They may not be thrilled about their career path. They may not be excited about what they have going on, but they'll stay in it because the fear or the risk of having to start over and do something different is too great. They can't handle it. Guys, I'm telling you, there's some serious heat that comes against you emotionally. You are your own worst enemy, and those thoughts that you have lived with your entire life come all to the forefront. Stop. Don't do it. Because guess what? The brain is always trying to protect you. Like, the brain is designed to protect you. Like, hey, don't step into that fire. Don't step into that car. So it sends these thoughts like, uh-oh, you're getting ready to jump off the high board. Uh-oh, you're ready to step off a cliff. And all those thoughts come running at you. Your brain's like, no, don't do it. It's risky. And guess what? That's where the gold is in life. That is where the gold is in life. I can honestly tell you that the transformation that has happened to me and through me because of putting myself in vulnerable spots, putting myself out there, I just have made a commitment to stay on purpose, and stay with the mission. That doesn't mean I don't battle insecurity. That doesn't mean I don't battle like the fear, the what if, what are people going to think? I do, but at the end of the day, I'm committed to my mission. So I have to completely obsess over the mission, and the results will just be what it is. The people that are supposed to be in my life are going to come. The people that aren't supposed to be in my life are going to go. And it's the same for you. So obsess over the mission that is on your life. Every one of you have an assignment on your life. Think about it, figure it out, take the time to figure it out, and then go for it. Go for it. Sometimes I think we have all the time in the world. Sometimes I think I'm just waiting for someone to notice me. Guess what? Most likely they're not going to. Take the initiative. Take the action step. I want you to say at December 31st, your New Year's Eve party, man, 2025 was the most incredible year. I can't even believe what happened. What would it take for that to be your statement? What would it be? Maybe it's a relationship that's restored. Maybe it's a business that exploded. Maybe it's, I don't know, maybe it's your health got in check and you're healthy and you're strong. Maybe you've accomplished it. Maybe you ran a marathon and man, you're just feeling really good about where you're at. Maybe you've lost a bunch of weight and you're fit, firm, and fabulous. I don't know what that is, but whatever it's going to be, whatever that is, sit and think about it and do one thing. Take one little tiny action step every single day towards it. Bite size. That's my word for the year. I'm taking bite-sized steps every single day to accomplish all that I'm on this earth to accomplish. You're a multidimensional person. I'm not just a real estate agent. I'm not just a team leader. I have the ability and the opportunity and the passion to want to impact other women and raise them up and be a light and be a lifter of people, right? I always say I'm a hope dealer. And I use biblical principles to teach people how to literally thrive in their life. I didn't say not have challenge. I didn't say not go through difficulty, but to come out on the other side victorious. Guys, you're on this earth for more. And I want you to get a fire in your belly that no matter what, you won't quit on yourself. Don't quit on yourself. Don't quit on yourself. I'm going to say it over and over. Just don't quit. Keep getting up, keep bouncing back, and keep pursuing. Do it afraid, do it alone, do it on Friday, do it in November, do it in the 11th month, do it at the 11th hour, whatever you have to do, just start and keep going. Guys, I appreciate you so much. I've got a class starting January 23rd. It's a 4-week class. It's all about change your thoughts, change your life. It's going to be a power packed. I'll have registration stuff out there. It's all on my socials and how you can join us. It's by Zoom, 6 a.m. on Thursday mornings, starting January 23rd and the 3 weeks following. So I hope you'll join me. Thank you for liking and sharing this podcast. It means so much to me. Remember this, you are more.